Well, right now, there are lots of tenants and landlords who are struggling to make ends meet. Now, a company called Zumper is launching a first-of-its-kind rent guarantee program.
Yeah, that means if a tenant can't cover rent for some reason other than COVID, the landlord still gets paid. KPIX5's Susie Steimle shows us how it works and what the limitations are.
For roughly 10 million small landlords across the country, cash flow from monthly rent is critical to keep them afloat.
And some landlords are worse off than the tenants. You know, they count on the income, they need to pay their mortgage, they need to pay their bills.
When times for tenants get tough, that monthly rent payment to landlords can disappear. Zumper is offering a way to ensure that small landlords don't lose out just because their tenant is struggling.
So at its core, we're trying to help the property owner make sure they get their 12 months of rent.
It's called the Insta Rent Guarantee. Here's how it works. If you find a tenant through Zumper and agree to pay Zumper 2% of the monthly rent, you can guarantee you won't lose out if your tenant can't pay.
If they're not paying that rent, we end up covering you up to the 12 months.
They don't guarantee rent after that 12-month period.
Attorney Daniel Bornstein encourages landlords to read the fine print.
Zumper is trying to limit the likelihood of a failed relationship within your unit to ensure that they don't have to actually cover the rent.
Zumper will only cover apartments that are less than 110% of the median market rate, or $4,000 a month in San Francisco. The tenant has to have a credit score of 650 or higher and an income of 3 times the monthly rent and no history of evictions to qualify for coverage. And if you've lost rent due to COVID-19 or any future recession, it won't be covered.
It's a tremendously stressful period for many, many people who are confronted with individuals who, for a number of reasons, are not able to pay the rent.
At $4,000 a month, a landlord would pay $80 a month to insure that rent. If the tenant skips out at the end of the lease, Bornstein says it doesn't quite pencil out.
So on the 11th month, if you've paid close to $1,000 and all you're going to get is potentially 1 month of rent paid by Zumper if the tenant doesn't pay, well, you overpaid for that insurance policy.
But for others, it's purchasing peace of mind, which can make all the difference when inviting someone to stay in your home.
It's a decision fraught with a lot of stress, frankly, and anxiety, right? And so how can we help out in that regard, right? And provide a level of comfort and assurance.
Zumper is the fastest growing rental platform with some new big name investors like Blackstone. It's raised $200 million since its inception in 2012. Ken and Liz.
Well, has the screening for tenants brought up any concerns with discrimination at all?
That's one of the questions that I wanted to make sure I asked of the president when I talked to him, and he says that that is something that's come up as a concern. Of course, they say that they want to discourage discrimination, and it's in their community bylaws to do so and make sure that they give every tenant a fair shot. That said, he was very upfront about the fact that landlords will want to know their tenants' backgrounds, and so will Zumper, so that they feel comfortable insuring the rent.
Seems like everybody needs a little lifeline right now. They'll take it where they can get it, that's for sure. All right, Susie, thank you.